What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode, which may be our last episode of Adventurer Manager. I think I've showed off the game well enough, but I think there are a few more things to take a look at today, where the UI has been overhauled. So I haven't played the game since pre-release. In fact, I think I did all of the previous episodes in one evening before the game was released, and now that it has been released, the devs have been working really hard to put some new features into the game, namely this little UI you're seeing right here. And so I think once we recover the King Blade, I may break off the series so that you guys can go get the game and enjoy it yourselves. So let's go ahead and cut to the right, because I think I've been up and I've been up and to the right. That's where we fought Pantsless the whatever. And so I think we'll go over here. I am liking the new UI. The new UI is really quite nice, in fact. Oh, a surprise attack. That means the Fruit Bat and the Zombie are going to get freebie strikes on us, and we start out in a state of being incredibly stunned. I don't know if the Fruit Bat flashed us or what it is, but we're just like, oh my god, I'm so stunned right now. There is no activity that I can participate in. And so I'm going to hit the bat with Brass Knuckles. And then using our heal spell, obviously using my two backline healers, which is my favorite tactic so far. I'm just going to have my two healers balance everybody off on HP. I am really liking the fact that you can now take a look at the opposing HPs on both sides without having to look at bars on each character. I don't think it's necessarily something that needed to be implemented, but it is a ease of life issue, which I like very, very much. And in fact, these bars seem to represent their HP a little bit more accurately than the ones under their feet anyways, and so it can be a helpful tool to have around, so it's nice. I like the fact that they went through and they added that based on suggestions from people playing the game. It's very cool to have developers that listen to what people say. And so we've struck that guy, we've got a little bit of life leech. Oh, Brass Knuckle Zombie, that's what happens. That is what happens when you say stuff about Grimm's mother. And he is dead set on not going back to Fresno right now. I forgot to bring up that old trope joke, because we've been telling, that's been the joke the entire time, right? Is that I thought of a better city. After I made that joke, I was like, well, I guess Fresno's not that bad. The better joke would have been like, we're going to send you back to Oxnard. That would have been the one that I would have really gone for, and I'd be like, ooh, I don't want to go back to Oxnard. You can't make me. No! So we got some Night Chain right there. They've increased the amount of gold and XP that you get while adventuring too, which is really kind of a cool thing. Makes the whole thing flow a little bit better. Monsters have appeared. I don't know if by that they mean that they've just materialized randomly, but they are definitely here. Jeff just took a massive blow to the front of his face. I'm going to start taking a swing at some of the zombies, but we're going to have to start backpedaling like crazy here. So let's continue putting some heals on Jeff. I want to make sure that our frontline guys remain completely and totally undamaged. I think I will have, since the zombie's already attacked, I'm going to taunt the Fruit Bat so that it has to strike Jeff, who has a very, very high skill in defense. He's got all kinds of like chainmail and plate mail and breastplates and all kinds of cool stuff going on. It's now, whose turn is it? I think it's Kari's turn. Yep, Kari's turn. And so there it is. We've done 67 plus 9 damage, so 76, I think, if my math is cogent. And so unfortunately, Grimm has taken a little bit further damage. I'm going to have Jen go ahead and throw out another Holy Bolt on the zombie. We're going to do our best that we can to just focus fire on things and make sure that they go down first. Luckily, the thing I like about Jeff is that his life leech is ensuring that really he doesn't have to worry about... He really kind of gets the edge taken off every time he gets hit, because every time he swings he gets a little bit of health back. It's not much, but that, oh, we've missed with our super huge nuke, and so we're going to be cursed to sit here and try and kill the zombie for the next 50 turns. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I suppose I'll taunt the Fruit Bat one more time just to make sure that it hits Jeff instead of Grimm. Oh my god, we are just stricken. Everybody heard Oxnard, and now they're just like, meh. Zombie's taking another swipe at Grimm, unfortunately. And Dirty Fighting has landed on Jeff and done a pretty considerable amount of damage, leaving us to either split our heals between two individuals or, I swear to god, please don't miss, Grimm. There we go. And so Grimm has managed. I didn't use it on the zombie right there. The rationale was that the damage would be wasted on the zombie because he only needs like a little... He only needs a little bit of a... Oh, good, a fizzle. That's always pleasurable as well. So the first zombie is now down. And my preference now would be not to kill the Fruit Bat for a little bit, although it appears as though it's going to happen either way. We're going to start attacking the back lines. I think they have... I don't know, it said absorb, which is weird. So I think they've got some kind of like defensive thing going on that allows them to just like soak huge amounts of damage. I don't know. Strange situation. Please no fizzles right now. There will be no fizzling occurring. But oh my god, Grimm, Oxnard. Oxnard, Grim, I will send you without a second thought to Oxnard, and you'll be like, oh my god, when is the next bus out of here? I suppose I could use Van Noise as kind of, really, use Van Noise as an excuse too. All of those little outlying areas in San Fernando, I don't know. Take a swipe at the zombie, and just continue plugging away at their massive health pools. There we go, we finally landed a dirty fighting. If we had landed that a bit earlier, oh good, a fizzle. Starting to feel as though my guys are letting me down on purpose. These back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to-back fizzles are definitely beyond the pale with regards to frustration levels. So there goes Zombie, he's down, and we're gonna continue. Stop winking at me, God. Zombie's just sitting there like, come on. It's not so bad being a zombie, just let me bite you. Just one little nibble. That's all it'll take, and then you can live forever as a smelly undead menace. Come on. We'll give you a free suit of brown clothes. Oh, awesome. We didn't get any fizzles right there, which is about all that I could have asked for in this case. I'm actually thinking I may just chill right here and defend for one turn so that I can go into the next battle with full health, or at least as close to full health as we can get, since we don't really know what we're walking into right now. So we'll throw a heal on Jeff just to make sure that our tank is nice and shiny. All heals on Jeff. All heals on Jeff. Okay, and so 576 is a much better spot to be at with regards to HP. Let's see what's in the next room. The Bandit Mask of Brilliance, the Common Coif, the headband. That would be super awesome if it was the 80s and we had like our own heavy metal band based around our adventuring in dungeons. How great would that be? We would have a headband to wear and everything. We could do that kick move that you do when you jump onto the stage with the mic stand, and then the drummer would have the glitter and the water on the snare drum, so it's like a pa, and it flies up in the air. God, the 80s were great. Let's go ahead and kill a cave spider. I'm going to make sure that he is taunted because he is going to be the main terrifying target that we want to work with. I'm going to throw a heal on Jeff just to make sure he's at full health. Dirty fighting on said cave spider. 202 damage away, which is very, very good. I think the final heal will probably go out to Carrie, and we are looking awesome with regards to our health right now. The cave spider has managed to miss, and so right now his guy, so somebody's LPing him right now. His guy is now freaking out saying he's going to send him to Oxnard, which I would prefer that his guys go to Oxnard over mine. It's a fate worse than death. Oxnard's not that bad. I'm giving it a hard time, but I've only been to Oxnard like 4 times. Probably not the best pool of experiences to figure out whether or not Oxnard is terrible. There's probably like a million people right now just like, what the hell is Oxnard? Why does he keep talking about it? It's a city in California down by Los Angeles. In fact, I don't even know if it's like, is it an outlying area of Los Angeles? Like, is it a suburb? Does it count as part of the incorporated Los Angeles? Like, is it a part of Los Angeles, or is Oxnard like its own thing? I always get that confused. I think we should go with like a heal on Grim right there. Jeff got punched in the face by a zombie who's looking quite Fonzarelli-ish at the moment. Hey! Let me punch you! It'll be totally awesome! I'll fix your jukebox! And then we'll punch him as well. The unfortunate thing we have going right now is the fruit bat is in the back line, and that would be the one that I would want to kill if I had a choice about the enemy that I wanted to take out at the moment. Unfortunately, he's able to attack over his lines because he has flying. I can only hope that later on we find some wings or something so that our guys can fly too. Maybe like a Red Bull or something. The Red Bull of Righteousness. And then we will also have wings so that we can attack from the back line with melee characters. Managed to get his guard up right there, so we should be alright. Damage done. Zombie is not quite down yet. Not down for this experience. And then our final fireball shall go towards the fruit bat, who unfortunately has moved from a diet of fruit onto a diet of human flesh. Anybody else notice that Grim has weird glowing green eyes? Have I brought this up in an episode already? He's got like this mutant thing going on. I don't know. Professor X keeps calling. Grim doesn't pick up the phone because he's one of those people where he waits for it to go to voicemail first. Jagged ring. We have a scythe. A longsword of vitality. And then we continue walking, hoping that there is nothing in the next room waiting to eat us. Ooh, Grim has been hit by a trap. It's bad for Grim. Suppose we will take the southward path just to see where it takes us. Maybe we'll run into our dear friend Zombie Lord. Which, can you just name yourself Zombie Lord? Like, if I named myself Zombie Lord, will that immediately give me domain over all other zombies? Or is that something you have to be elected on? Like, for example, did they cast ballots? Is it a dictatorial thing where it's just like the strongest zombie survives and rips the guts out of all the other ones? And then it's kind of like baboon politics where they just like stop caring. They're like, oh yeah, he'll rip your guts out, man. Don't mess with that guy. I wouldn't mess with somebody that rips somebody's guts out. I'd be like, nope. In fact, I think I'm going to move to a new municipality. I don't even want to be in a vague radius of this guy. He's crazy. He rips guts out. Although his last name, Gut Ripper, sure makes a lot more sense now. I'm not going to waste my time healing anymore. We're going to go for the all-out offensive attack, which means basically we will just continue attacking. But we will also be telling all kinds of off-color jokes that are generally not favorable for primetime cable. And with some sense of finality, we'll throw at least a little heal right there. Ooh, the heal critted. It critificated. That's good. I didn't know that heals could crit. What did we learn? That's what my dad used to say whenever you do something super dumbass. He'd be like, and what did we learn? He'd be like, don't jump off 4-story windows with a skateboard because you will probably break every bone in your legs. That's right, I did that, and it hurt like hell. A jagged ring of sagacity. And that's it. So let's keep on moving. I do like that they've sped up the transitional phase as well. One of your adventurers is weeping. What do you do? Ignore them or use them? Use them! Grim has been hit by a trap. Well, fine then. It still looks like he's holding ice cream on a stick to me or something. Or like the pink part of a dongo. Fruit bats and zombies, so we're dug in for yet another long combat. Let's throw a bit of health on him. We'll start out by dirty fighting the fruit bat since the other zombie is trapped. Ooh, nice crit right there. And so we're going to start out by fighting with this fruit bat because this zombie's in the back lines anyway, so he's not really going to be able to do much to us. Only 1 health gained right there, even though the attack was 93, which leads me to believe that it actually draws from the health pool of the damage you actually did versus the total damage you did. So basically, whatever the total amount of damage is that you dealt to the zombie, let's say he has 27 health left and you dealt 98 damage, it only does the leech from the 27 damage from what I can tell. Going to take another slashing swing at him to guarantee that the next attack goes to Jeff. We'll throw a heal on Grim because he's always getting roughed up. I don't know what it is about Grim, but he's always ending up in bad situations, just beat the hell up. He was going to attack Grim right there, but we managed to divert the attack. Throw a final holy fireball on that zombie, and then we shall attack the guy in the back line. I think he's going to absorb the first couple attacks. I don't know exactly how that works. He's definitely got something called absorb, which is deducting from the total damage that we're dealing. Not really sure what's going on with that. They've also increased, I think our stash is larger. As I recall, our stash was 25 in the previous playthrough. We were constantly having to run back to town, so that's another welcome ease of access change that I do like. Throw a dirty fighting out there. And there it is. We've managed to continue running along. The Knight's Chain, the Wand of Centering, and the Spear, which does 5 to 17 damage. Not going to be using any two-handers while we play through this time. We haven't hit any dead ends. We got to go up or we got to go right. Let's check right first because they're running out of real estate on that side. The chances are we could end up going upwards for a long period of time if we don't get over here. So we'll check this little inlet first. We've come across a camp. Okay, cool. And it restores all of our HP. And so we'll head back to whence we came, and then we'll go upwards. And knowing that there's a camp right there, we can come back now. Ew. Since nobody's wounded, we're just going to start out full bore, attempting to attack everything. Suppose I'll taunt the zombie for the next turn, since it seems like a decent plan. I don't think I'm going to heal right now. I think I'm just going to sit on the heal and we'll just keep dealing damage. I'm trying to rush through some of these more menial battles that don't really matter. Now we'll have to throw a heal over there, but it's okay. He's looking a little bruised and battered. No, the zombie scraped by with a sliver. I'm going to use a dirty fighting on the other zombie because I don't want to waste the huge amount of damage. After which point we will take our noble warrior and we shall take a strike at the lower zombie. And then it's all deeps on zombie with the 6 next to his name. I don't know why I just healed Jeff. I just made a real tactical blunder, but it's fine. The heals are large enough at this point to where it's kind of one of those you shrug your shoulders and go, oh no, I cast the wrong thing, whatever am I gonna do, oh god, oh no, oh god. And then it's not actually that bad. I'm hoping that we're fighting for the space right now and not fighting in between the nodes. Because fighting 2 battles just to move back to a place you already cleared out is like, Let's go ahead and throw a taunt on Cave Spider. And now it's going to be an appropriate time to heal Jeff. And also Grim, because we don't want him to feel left out. Grim, super petty individual. Like, if you cast a heal on one person, you gotta cast it on him. He said something about dopamine release whenever he gets a heal. I don't know. He appears to be an addict. He's always going to the apothecaries. He's always up at the church getting himself healed over and over and over again. At this point, he's kind of been banned. He's not really even allowed in there anymore. The priest is just like, nah, we're not doing this any further. We're done. And so it comes down to Kari and Jen, whether they feel nice enough today to actually sit and heal him. We've leveled up, which is kind of cool. The room is empty, so that's good. It didn't make us fight a double battle right there. Let's go ahead and we're going to move northward now in the hopes of running into better real estate that can be better applied to our cause, hopefully in the acquisition of the King Blade. A few more monsters. I'm going to taunt the Zambi. And I think we're just going to start on him, see if we can just take him out nice and early. It's worth a try. I was going to see if I could heal the zombie. I think I already tested that in an earlier episode, but it's been at least a week and a half since I played last, so I just wanted to revalidate my hypothesis and make sure that we couldn't heal a zombie to death, and that I wasn't, like, operating under false pretenses right now, because it does happen. Anybody, oh good, a fizzle. Anybody who hangs out the Nerd Castle knows that at least, like, I would say 45 to 60% of the time I'm operating under some weird false pretense where I have no idea what's going on, but I'm talking as though I do. And you have to address it. Once you realize that you have a penchant for such thinking and such actions, you gotta point it out to people, so then they're like, ah, he does that. But at least he admits up to it. He's not that guy that's like, I always know what's going on, even though they're wrong all the time. So down goes another fruit bat. A bad day for our mammalian friends. No treasure acquired. Let's continue trucking north. Ooh, and there is Zombie Lord. We found him. So we've got 2 zombies up in the front. My only assumption is that he is going to be blasting us from the back lines. He has a sword, but who knows? I mean, I think in every case before when we've been fighting with bosses, they've been able to shoot us from the back lines. So let's get started with our DPS and get rid of their front line. Obviously, that's going to be our big nuke right there. Whew, Zombie Lord managed to get a big attack off. Luckily, their initiative seems to be really low by comparison to my party, so they're always going to go last. So we've actually got like a burst of turns, so we get all 4 of ours, and then they get all 2 of theirs now. I wonder if this person, Grim seems to get attacked a lot more than Jeff. I'm wondering if this is like a linchpin position that increases your chances of getting attacked or something. Like this is the absolute front. Like there's a front line and there's the absolute front line, if you know what I mean. Because I'm noticing Grim just gets worked all the time. In fact, the only time I can ever get him to attack my warrior is when I taunt. So I'm thinking that may be the case. We may lose our rogue on the next turn. Depends. If they get a crit, we'll definitely lose him. If they don't crit, we should be okay. Okay, so we're alright. We're just gonna have to throw a couple heals on him. Ooh, and a badly timed fizzle right when we needed it to get us out of trouble. Ooh, they both went after Jeff. They're trying to prove me wrong. They're like, fine, we'll be equal opportunity attackers now because you brought it up. If you hadn't brought it up, we probably would have just let it slide, but whatever. Because it always slides. I don't know if you guys knew that. That's a fundamental property of it. It's like a scientific thing. I don't know. I don't question it. And from now on, we should be able to just chain taunt the zombie lord in between turns, which means he's got basically no chance of ever getting Grimm's health down again. Unless he's got some secret weapon that I don't know about, which is always possible. He could unleash like some ridiculous Thor-esque God Blast right now and just take me out. I need to start using my number keys more. Clicking around all over the place when I could just be doing this. Oh, it feels so much sweeter and so much smoother. Brain slash, what the hell is that? It seems painful. Throw a bunch of heals on Jeff. Ooh, Dirty Fighting is back up. One of our rare opportunities to actually deal a real quantity of damage. God, this guy has HP just... Wow. This could be an extended DPS period. It's like one of those endurance fights from back in like World of Warcraft or like any raiding MMO, to be honest. Endurance fights where you just sit there for like an hour. I remember them back in Final Fantasy X the most. Oh, sorry, not Final Fantasy 11. God, I feel like an idiot. Final Fantasy 11, I remember there was fights like that where it's just like, oh my god, we have been in this fight for so very, very long. Dirty Fighting puts up another 200. We have him at half health. We're getting his bar doesn't even move when we hit him. That's how ineffectual our attacks are. They don't even do anything. They're just like, yeah, whatever. You don't scare me, four adventurers. I am Zombie Lord, even though he's very clearly a skeleton. He misnamed himself. His parents were wishing that they would have a skeleton, and they had a zombie instead. They're just like, damn it. Got the wrong monster. Ever since then, he's lived his life trying to prove them wrong. Trying to show that his skeletal self can truly be a zombie. Some kind of like weird snake skull head. He's in the orange. Oh my god, we're getting so much closer. A few more heals on old Hefe. And basically just continuing auto-attacking. If you've noticed, I've been a little bit less noisy today. It's because my allergies been bothering me, and so I get really bad sore throats, and then eventually I always end up with like some weird respiratory infection. It's the worst thing ever. It happens so consistently every summer that it's just like, well, suppose I might as well strap in for all the antibiotics and whatever else now, because it happens every single time. It's so consistent. Start out with like a sore throat, and eventually like my entire throat just gets infected, and then you're like, well, guess I will go to the doctor again. Damn plants having sex, ruining my whole life. Can't wait to move back to my home. I don't have allergies in my hometown. It's only in the new place that I moved for college that I have just the worst allergies ever. I don't know what it is. I think it's like all the animal dander or something, because this place is known for just having like farms everywhere that are all just cattle ranches and things. I don't know if it's animal dander or what it is, but whatever it is here, the plants totally drive me crazy. Zombie Lord is down, and we will take his treasure chest, because that is what adventurers do. The breastplate of power. The round shield of brilliance. The zombie shield. That sounds pretty awesome. And so what I think I'll do is let's go ahead and portal back to town. We've taken care of the quest. We'll go ahead and do the quest dialogue, and then I'll break off the episode there. Recover your father's sword, the King Blade, from the crypt.
Fantastic bombastic, you found the King Blade. The elves will most certainly hear it sing as they recognize you as the true heir to their late king. They will be a great help in your quest to rid the land of Mirage.
Yay, and also a holy symbol. Okay, well, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in this little short Let's Play of Adventurer Manager's Beta. If we were to play the game further, there's only about 20 levels in the game right now, so I find that the game is very much in the same state as Wasteland, where you can play to a certain point, but after that you're just going to have to wait for release. I do think the game is very cool. Definitely has certain things, like certain corners that need to be polished off, but I do think that the game is going in a very good, very nostalgic direction for anybody that grew up during the SNES, Sega Genesis, and Nintendo RPG period of the video gaming world. So anyways, my name is Splattercat. Make sure you support the developers. If you like the game, get it down below in the description. Support them, allow them to continue developing the game. I look forward to seeing you all in whatever series we decide to do next. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.